today I am once again going to be taking some measurements from you. We're going to do some using my measuring tape as well as some other various methods of measuring that I like to experiment with a little bit. I am extremely thorough in my measurements, so I like to take many different approaches just to examine, do some checks and balances. Okay, so really quick, I'm going to flip to your client. Okay. Let's see here. So have you been in here with me before? Okay. Got it. Okay. Well, then let's just go ahead and get started right away. You don't mind me being a little up in your space too, because it's kind of the nature of the, task. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Just wanted to make sure we're on the same page before But first, a word from our sponsor. I am very excited to say that today's video is sponsored by Kitsch. Before we get into the specifics, let's talk about my hair. Okay, story time. I always get so many questions and comments regarding my hair, and I love that my hair is one of my favorite features about myself. I take a lot of pride in it. But earlier this year, I decided to try and go blonde. It was a moment, but I didn't like the constant upkeep. So I tried to dye over it, and it absolutely fried my hair. I didn't realize how much damage the bleach had done until it was too late. This was a very vulnerable moment for me, okay? I was scared to film. I did not want to leave the house. I panic purchased so many different products, serums, masks, shampoos, conditioners to try and salvage my hair. And after a ton of research and trial and error, I came across Kitsch. I tried out Kitsch because I wanted to simplify my routine and stop loading my hair with random stuff. And these are packed with really good ingredients. I've been using them for a little while now, and I can honestly say that looking at my hair now, it has really bounced back. I'd heard about how good rice water is for your hair, so I was really drawn to their rice water protein shampoo and conditioner bars. The rice water stimulates growth and the protein strengthens your hair, so I have had way less breakage. Even when I'm in the shower running my fingers through my hair, I have barely any fallout. I feel like their products have actually gone in and repaired my hair instead of just being this like temporary fix. That is why I am so excited to be working with Kitsch, because these things rock. Something that surprised me is they lather so well for being solid bars. Also, they smell so friggin' good. I'm pretty sure it's the rosemary. Oh my god. But the best advertisement I could give you for these is just showing you a before and after. I don't have that rough, crunchy texture anymore. It just feels alive again. They ship worldwide, and they have a subscription option if you get obsessed like I did. If you'd like to check them out, go ahead and use the link in my description box. That will automatically apply a 25% off discount of your order at checkout. Or you can use the QR code that's on screen. I finally don't hate my hair anymore. It feels amazing. And thanks again to Kitsch for sponsoring this video. Just 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, got a coffee stain on there. Just ignore, disregard. Okay, let me jot that down real quick. 67 over with this. And I need to mark my spots so I don't lose track of where I left off. Okay, so just up and around, up and let's see. If I take the diagonal across, then we can get a better sense. 5. So just 8, 9 inches to what about from the inner corner here? Okay. It's getting all twisted. Let's see. There we go. 10, 11. This quadrant is 12. Actually, let's just okay. Yeah. So well, if you take it over to the second try at this in 30, 33, 20. And then we just gonna over second and fourth. Seven. It's about halfway. It's about if you have the circumference, or maybe take a third of it up across. That would put us right about where we want, I think. So let me. I just wanted to work on the measure too. 28, 27, yeah, I just narrow it down. Okay. Good. Yeah, that's about. Okay, yeah. Just a couple more little ones before we transition into something. 77, 78. No, okay. Okay, there we go. Start narrow it. Okay, so what would that be in terms of just ever so slight? So if we take it from 28, 29, 30, 31, 30. Yeah, and then from there, it'll put us down from here to all the way back to 12. 12 inches is gonna be the. Okay. Yeah, there's 3, 4. Seven, 8. Your bridge over to the corners. I don't know if we take it away. Like from shoulder to shoulder. Okay. And your scalp is up and around and down the face. And so we already have that written. But if we take it instead and make a full, complete. Okay, back around to the. Yeah. Okay. Let's show me. How many inches No, it's much smaller, so more like millimeters. Side to that's over. Just make sure it's absolutely. We can bring the seams down and down. Let's make sure that measure that down the vertical seams. Okay, so down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. But that would add an extra half an inch. If we just. Yeah. Okay. So jot that down in the second column here. Maybe take that off and put it down. Okay. Okay. Alright, so briefly we're going to switch over to some other instruments. We can circle back with the measuring tape here shortly. Okay. What should I start with? Let's see here. I think I'm going to use this here to kind of just. It's similar. It serves a similar purpose to a level. But I'm just gonna be very careful to Okay, so if we need to run how many? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Down the at what angle? Okay. So there's absolutely no room for any push or pull here if we just kind of bring that in. Nope. Over to this would be there. Bring it up and around. Yeah, that should put us at a pretty good fit with the. Okay, and then we just over. 1, 2, 3, over. 1, 2, 3. Over there. 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, what about the distance? Okay. Okay. Up and what do we just around? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch instruments once again to the mesh tape. I actually might need to take these off to get a closer look. Where's my pencil? Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, just take the loop on the face and okay, if we layer this into, that'll show us exactly where the second is. And what about down the shoulder? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, okay. That's really this far. Okay. So what do we think of mesh tube? 1, 7, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Let's do the length. Okay, what is, wait, I'll get a little better look at this. Put us right at the brow bone. If we go 3 inches from the down. That's 1, 2. Right there. Just 1, 2, 3. Up. Okay. All right. Now we'll do my little pen for the more incremental. Just 1, 2, 3. Up the side here. So what if we put it against my traditional measuring tape here and help us get a better idea of how far can we take it, just hypothetically, with and then this on this side, if we just okay. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so closer to the 7th. No, I'm thinking more. Let's see. Okay, I'm thinking more 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm really taking it over to this side. Okay. Actually, I'm going to. Pencil's running a bit low, and I don't have my sharpener, so let me do this using pen. We said it was the 3rd, no, 4th. Okay. All right, back with the 21st. Let's get a little closer. Just 12, 13. No, it's not necessarily based in the root of the. We could just start it a little. A little bit further up, just half an inch, maybe. It's not. It wouldn't have to take it aggressively. No. It's only been. Okay. We're okay. Okay. And hold still for me. Thank you. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And again, hold still. Nice and still. Still. Okay. All right, and one last time, please hold still. 57th one on this side of his. Okay, okay, you're good. Just relax. So what was that? That was the 16th. Yeah. Is it 16? Okay. All right, very nice. So why don't I just double check once more I'm gonna come all the way around here just to get but on the other side as well. It's a bit lower than we initially. Okay, yeah. So if we were on it, I was thinking more along the but if we put that over and around, that'll be. Exactly. Right. And so what would that doesn't quite even out. So I must have made a mistake in there somewhere. Just let me do a quick. Around the back here. 16. 28. 67. Right. Alright, well now let's just do my little notches here. What about over here? Okay. And what about on this side? Okay, 11. It's from this to side to right across. That's kind of closer to what I was thinking the first time. So maybe I'm actually overthinking it a bit in terms of the circumference being. See, this is why it's very helpful to use other instruments in the measuring process. Don't know why it's not more common to just. There's nothing wrong with doing another. Okay. No. Down the center. Down the center and up around not the corners, but the just like kind of barely on the edges. Yep. You know. And then there's from start to very. Okay, no, let me just. Right. Okay, exactly. Actually, it's still. Just so for the more minor discrepancies in my numbers so far. Okay, just a few more little details I want to double check on. We're gonna use this to go. I'm gonna use my pen to help me get a closer look. So, or maybe a pencil would be more apt in this. Here we go. Just threaded that. And now it's gonna be along the side and up, out to there. Okay, and just that tiny. So how many centimeters of, what would that put us at? That's starting here, stops right at this point. Okay. There. 4. Okay. Over and around those edges. Just a little. And then up. Okay. 3, 4. No. Wait, what would that be? Let's quick math. Okay. Yeah, around the tiny, like, what you call this, in crevice. Hills and valleys, whatever. It would take you more around the range of 40, 42? 40, right? So let's just literally do a quick check on that. Okay, that's back. 42. 42. Exactly. Get a closer look at those numbers. Very nice. And we said for how many was? Oh, right. Okay, we'll just use to get a better sense of the angles. Okay. Where'd my pencil go? This. I get along here. It's gonna be right at the. So then, if we put the second one, take it here, and drag it down to the. Okay. Let's try that again. So, second, all the way down. Yeah. Okay. And then that angle is way wider than maybe let's try the. That's gonna be. Those. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, between there. Measuring the distance wise. Good. Okay, so from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, mark there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, pardon my shaky hands here. It's just 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. Mark it there. Okay, so then we take that, we put it about. Okay, flip it. The angle is closer to 35, 36. It's like the previous one was at 42, right? Yeah. Very good. Okay, we're just finishing up here. Let's see. 15. No, okay. Did we do to the 5th? Did we do right over there? Yes. Okay. Up, down to the symmetrical. Framing of that is going to be important. That's just absolutely crucial. Up against the mesh. I keep going to put this back around my neck like I do the regular one. And the popsicle sticks. I mean, no, these are popsicle sticks. This is a very important tool for taking measurements. Okay, if we want to put it at right along your brow bone. Alright. I've been getting enough details here that we could really use this. Go pretty much anywhere in terms of tailoring, in terms of making you. Are you in the market for any formal wear? Any costume? Okay. Yeah, interesting. Okay. So, did we say that it was? Yeah. Okay. Right. So it was. Mailing notes. Okay. Are you still listening? Or college 11 to somewhere, or maybe watching as well. 8, 9, study for something, or maybe just generally in the background. Because frankly, I do everything. And 70. Well, earlier I'm putting that at 20, and then take that. Looks like it's a bit, just ever so slightly longer than our previous, my initial estimate. Okay. And I think that will just about do it for us today, my friends. I will be sure to send you a copy of all these measurements. If you just give me your email and home address and the and your credit card number and your social security number. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Let me know in the comments if you liked this one. What else do you want to see from me? And just anything else you want to share with me, because I have no friends. Yeah, just kidding, just kidding. But I do love to hear from you in the comments. Honestly, I would rather you comment than even leave a like than even leaving a like. So I will say though, I would greatly appreciate if you are interested in more content from me, and especially if you watched all the way to the end, hitting that subscribe button, because I'm setting a soft goal of hitting 100K by the end of the year. We are coming up on the end of October as I'm filming this. So maybe we can get there. I'm trying not to set my expectations too high with that, but I would be delighted if you could help me get there by just clicking subscribe. It's completely free, completely low effort to just. Okay, guys, I love you.